welcome back to my channel. XOXO Sheba here. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're OG subscriber, what's good? Welcome back. For this chit chat get ready with me hair edition, I'm going to be installing this wig from Elva Wigs. This is their Kinky Curly texture. I'm going to move where I was plucking so y'all can see. This is the Kinky Curly texture, and this is the inside of the wig. It is a full lace wig, so that'll be interesting. This is my first full lace wig install, so we're gonna see how that's gonna go. I've done a 360, but I have not done a full lace. What I really appreciate about this unit is that it's pre-bleached. That takes so much work out of it, especially when it's full lace like this. You gotta bleach like the whole thing. I did already pluck this unit. I only plucked about an extra row back because the front of the hairline was very thinned out already. It just needed to be thinned out a little more to be more natural. I did just cut off the back because, well, I'm not gonna do the back the same way I'm doing the front. So far, so good. It looks like it's gonna cover me ear to ear. For the most part, I think I'm gonna have a little bit left out, but that's great because, you know, all units don't be covering me ear to ear. My big scissors are back. I cannot find my other scissors, so this is what we doing. It's important to fix your wig behind your ear so that way you can kind of maneuver it and whatever you need to do to make sure it fits on your hairline right. When it's not cut off, it's really hard to do that. So because I think I'm going to do like a little half up bun with this just to try something different since it is full lace, I'm gonna be using both of these to install so that way it's real secure. So let me know, how are y'all doing? I have gained like 10, 15 pounds since the world has gone into this pandemic because the gym has been closed. Like this quarantine 15 is killing me. Well, not so much anymore. I just recently started working out. Well, kind of working out. I really just started watching my eating again because I was just kind of eating what I wanted, which I usually did in moderation, of course, but I went to the gym a lot, so it really didn't affect me. Now it's really affecting me. Pre-quarantine, I wanted to lose like 10 pounds already, and since quarantine or self-distancing, I have gained another 10 pounds. But what I have noticed about this go around, because I essentially gained back the weight I lost in 2017. If you watch, ooh, get out of my face. If you watched my videos in 2017, then you remember me doing kind of like my weight loss journey of losing weight before I went on vacation. Well, yeah, that's the weight I just gained back. It was fine though, because I mean, obviously I want to get some of that off, but it was fine though, because my body composition since then is totally different. It's been 2 years since I started being consistent with my lifestyle of just like staying active regularly, going to the gym a lot, and even just lifting. I don't do a whole lot of lifting. I've done more in recent times, but since I really started getting healthy, I haven't done a whole lot of lifting consistently to like really have some body composition, but I was getting there before quarantine. So I have, you know, a different body comp than I'd had before I started, meaning that, you know, I just don't have as much, like I'm made of more muscle than I was when I was this weight 2 years ago. I'm pressing this in because I feel like it helps train the hair to go back, but it also helps with the melt. To me anyways, it might not do anything, it might just make me feel better. I have been using my Fitness Pal now for really about a whole week, like seriously using it. I've been trying to get back on track for like maybe the past month. I was like, okay, it's time to get back on track. You've done enough. You've gone on 2 vacations, you lived your best life. You need to get back on your fitness. So I, as of probably like a week now, yeah, Tuesday to Tuesday, because today is Tuesday, I'm doing this. It's been a full week of me tracking my calories again. I use my Fitness Pal to do that because I just always have, and I really like it. And I have it set to 1,200 calories, and that is supposed to help me lose 2 pounds a week. But honestly, like if I go over that, I'm not tripping, because if I wanted to lose 1 pound a week, it would be 1,600 calories. But, you know, I just try to stay in between 12 and 1,600, and I'm like, okay, you're good. You're still on track if you stay within that. But I've actually been able to stay around 1,300 calories the whole time. So I'm really happy about that, except for my little cheat day I had on Saturday. It was accidental. I was doing real good until pizza was ordered. I'm a sucker for pizza. I can resist some sweets, but I cannot resist like carby kind of food. Carby, cheesy, Chipotle, pizza, anything like that, I'm done. So far, I have lost 2 pounds as of today. I was worried about it because my weigh-in, I try to do it like every 2 to 3 days to help me keep track. You gotta do what's just best for you and what works for you. I wouldn't say everybody need to do that, but that's what works for me. Because if I get on the scale and I'm a little bit heavier than I was the day before, I'm be like, all right, chill out. Don't be giving yourself no passes. My starting weight last week was 177. I can't believe I'm telling y'all all this information because I don't never be putting my weight out there. But I was 177 and now I am 175. And my sweet spot really was like 155. That's where I was the happiest. And I think with me changing my body comp, I will be like set at 155 because I still had some fat I wanted to lose. Where's my comb? I still had some fat I wanted to lose at 155. Like fat loss wise, not like weight loss wise. But the 150s, no more than 165 is my happy place sweet spot. Since I didn't blow dry each individual section, I am gonna take my scarf and just do it this way. Ooh. You wanna pull it tight. I mean, don't give yourself a headache, but you do wanna pull it tight because that will help you lay your wig. All right, so now that this is dry, I'm gonna cut the lace off. When you're cutting the lace off, you want to get as close to your hairline, well, wig hairline, as possible. Especially if you're not going to do any baby hair. Baby hair covers up a lot of like lace issues. But if you're going to be bold and you're going to do no baby hair, then you need to make sure that hairline looks good. And no, this lace does not match me just yet. I don't like to tint my lace before I install my wig. I feel like it leaves me with more residue mess than if I just do it after. That's just me. I see plenty of people do it beforehand. But me personally, I like to do it after. I look wild right now, but don't worry. We'll fix it. So now I'm ready to take my freeze spray and I'm just taking little bits. Not a whole lot because you don't want to add more product on top of more product. And I'm helping me lay that back down and then I'm going to put my scarf back on. Do you have to do it this way? Absolutely not. Do I like doing it this way? Yes. Do I think it's beginner friendly? Yes. It's a little bit longer to do it this way, but at least when you're trying to like take the lace off and secure the wig and all that, it's already secured on you. Like cutting this lace off would be so much harder if you weren't already, like if they weren't already secured. So now I'm just cleaning up the mess on my hairline. You really don't want any excess on your forehead. And you want to make sure that your forehead is clean when you start this process if you want your wig to really melt into your skin. And especially if you're using like actual lace glue. I'm using Got To Be because I'm going to end up taking this off. But if you was using regular glue, you need to make sure that forehead is clean. So while that is drying, I'm going to take my Garnier Fructis leave-in and some water. And I'm going to work on defining these curls. You guys, I am so happy about the growth of my channel this far in like late 2019 and going into 2020 now. And I'm really happy to actually have YouTube friends now. We did that, what's it called? That Don't Rush challenge. And everyone has just stayed connected since. And I really love that because I was saying last year, like, I really wish I had like YouTube friends and people to talk about doing this stuff with. Because I have great friends, don't get me wrong, but like they don't do YouTube. So for that to just kind of fall into my life was awesome. I feel like I've been just trying to do all this solo like the whole time I've been on YouTube. I honestly didn't know people were even friends, but you know what? My life, I haven't fully been concentrating on YouTube like I would say the full past 2 years. In 2017, my channel like really had a growth spurt and I was really excited about it. But like literally maybe a while after the growth spurt, it just kind of fell off again. And I couldn't get that back until recently, like around the end of 2019. So my focus, I will admit, wasn't like totally on YouTube because, you know, I still gotta do other things and make money. Like, listen, I quit my job. As y'all know, I did a Get Ready With Me about that 2 years ago. And I'm still self-employed. The whole point of me quitting my job actually was to help me build my brand because I felt like at the time I was still in my early 20s. I was like 23. And I was like, I don't want to turn like 25 and get into my late 20s and then my early 30s regretting stuff and wishing I had tried different things. And my mom actually encouraged me. She was like, just go for it. Like my parents were like, this is the best time for you to go for your aspirations because you may not have a chance like this again later on, because around this age, like I am now 25, people are getting married, having babies, all that type of stuff. And not everybody just yet, because I'm not just yet. But I do have friends that are married and have kids. And I was just thinking about like, when that happens for me, like I won't have the luxury to just, you know, just say, oh, I can get another job if I need to, or oh, I can just, you know, figure it out and stuff like that. Like, people are depending on me. I honestly feel like it's the best decision I've made for myself thus far. I kind of had like a quarter life crisis when I did it, because even though, you know, I'm not where I want to be just yet, and I'm not financially where I want to be just yet, it's getting there. And had I not taken that leap of faith when I did 2 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. Because my jobs I was doing, like I have a lot of administration experience. I've been working full time since I was like 19, 20. And it was like, I was good at those jobs, but I didn't want to be there for full time. Like, there was companies, like my first full-time job, I definitely could have stayed there and grown in the company and went up like the corporate ladder and everything, but I just didn't like it. It was high stress for me, and I was new. Like, my manager quit. That was hard. And then the girls that were training me that were also like in the administration front desk area, they also quit. And I'm just like, yo, who's gonna train me? I ended up having to basically manage the office for like, it felt like months, but I think it was just like a month or two. But I ended up having to manage it, and no one just like, they just let me do it. But I wasn't getting paid like I was managing. That was the problem. Like, it was stressing me out. People would call off from work and they would call me. And I'm just like, I've been here 3 months. I kept it afloat though. So I handled myself, and I was only like, I don't even think I was 21 yet. I was still training while having to run the office. And I mean, open, close, run to the bank, had the company cards, all that stuff. They was gonna pay me a whole lot extra than they was paying me before to stay. But like, I just couldn't do it, because I always knew whatever I wanted to do at that point, because I had been doing YouTube for about a year or so. I knew whatever I wanted to do, it was going, wait, no, I wasn't doing YouTube then. But I knew I wanted to do something bigger than that. I knew I wasn't going to be able to figure it out by staying at that job, because on top of the high stress, the hours were crazy. I would be in that office from like 8 a.m. to 7:38 at night, like all day, every day. I barely had time to go to school because I was in school at the time. The whole point of me getting a full-time job was so I could pay out of pocket for my schooling, because I didn't want all that debt, especially with me already knowing I'm kind of entrepreneurial. So, you know, I might not have stayed in school. So I didn't really want the debt when I probably wasn't going to use it. But with me not knowing, I still didn't want to like lose momentum and get behind in life, because what if I had decided I did want to stay in school? So I was still taking my classes. I was just paying for them out of pocket and taking it slower. Once I quit, originally a big source of my income was going to be YouTube. I was getting YouTube checks at that time, but when I literally quit, and then my channel fell off. It was the weirdest thing. I guess it was necessary because I needed to learn what I needed to learn to sustain the growth. But like, I had consistent YouTube checks coming in at that time, and I had them for a few months. And then that slowed down significantly. But because I didn't even know I was getting an AdSense check at the time, like I didn't know how to get in and get it, I got a huge lump sum from YouTube. So that helped me out my first year being an entrepreneur. Also, I didn't do that on a whim. I know I sound like I do stuff like that on a whim, but I did not do that on a whim. It was very planned for me to leave my job. I saved up my money. Actually, let me rewind that back. I did save up my money, but it was to move out. It wasn't actually to, oh, I'm hitting the wall. It wasn't actually to quit my job. I just pivoted and used that money to live off of for the year. Okay, so I'm revving these edges back up, because I don't want them too flat. Now this is the point where I like to blend my lace. I use LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn to do this. I also use lace tints too, but I just feel like this works out better because it just matches my skin tone perfectly. Well, better. Now I'm ready to work on the back. So I watched Simone Charisse's video on how she does her tack down of her like 360 wigs and full lace wigs. Would y'all believe every video I looked for about how to tack down a full lace wig only tack down the front? It's like, I didn't need that. I needed the back. So I'm gonna try to show you as best as I can. I'm not good enough to just show you, you know, me doing it without seeing it. But I can give you a little something. Let's see how this turned out, because I don't know. It's still above my edges, but it laid down. It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. you guys, so this is the final result. Yes, Elva Wigs, I see you, girl. This wig is super beginner friendly. You gonna fool people because of this curl pattern and the length. It looks very, very natural. So, you know, if you're looking for a beginner friendly wig that ain't nobody gonna be asking you no questions about, this is a good one. Look at the texture, okay? And it's just about dry at this point from when I re-wet it. I absolutely love how easy the lace was to blend. And this is not any type of special lace. This is regular lace. If you're interested in this unit, you already know everything will be down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.